Hello, everyone. It's me again, Kim Marilyn. I have a certification in biblical counseling, also a certification in life relationship coaching, and also I have a master's degree in marriage family therapy. So, and I'm also the founder visionary of Stages of Purple Inspirations, rebuilding and restoring relationships. So please visit me on YouTube. My channel is Kim Marilyn. Also visit me on Instagram at Stages of Purple Inspiration. Also, I have a Facebook page called Stages of Purple Inspiration. I try to come on weekly and just do different topics and things like that. I just finished a series on the 8 critical topics or important topics that should be discussed before you say I do, and just the importance of taking premarital counseling or coaching before you get married. So please check those videos out, and I discuss them throughout several weeks. I also, this one is on blended families, which is the last one that I completed. I did that like on New Year's Eve. So check that out. But I will be discussing this one as well on blended families. So you may see me look back and forth at my notes because I don't want to miss anything, and I don't want to get some of the statistics mixed up or incorrect. So I am going to talk about blended families, and which blended families are a big part of people's lives now. But blended families are people that go into a couple that gets married or together, that they bring other children from previous relationships or previous marriages from their previous marriage into their soon to be marriage or their marriage now. And many times it can cause a lot of conflict, it can cause a lot of issues, because it could be a lot of jealousy going on, also selfishness, lack of trust, and many things could cause these issues in blended families. So, as I said, I will be looking at the statistic or talking about the statistics. So, studies show, and I have gotten these statistics from Focus on the Family, and the statistics are like up to, I asked the percentage of families that are blended. It is about 50% of families that are in blended families, but people already know that the blended families and divorce rates are that the odds are against them, and their divorce rate is also higher. So it's like 50% for 45 to 50% for first marriages, and then if you're in a blended family, it goes up a little bit to about 67%, meaning the second marriage is the end of divorce. And then even further than that, on your third marriage, it could be a 67% of divorce rate. Some people ask the question, why is the divorce rate so or high as you get further and further along? Because many times people get divorced and they move on to another relationship or marriage, not giving themselves time to process things, or think things over, or give themselves time to just kind of learn them, or relearn themselves, and just kind of just get the feel of what went wrong, why it went wrong, or what are some things I need to work on myself, things like that. So I think people need time to heal versus jumping to marriages or relationship to relationship. Give yourself time to heal, give yourself the process also to think about things. Now, if you're in a regular relationship and you've never been married and you in that relationship, I still say give yourself time to heal, because you never know. You never know. You may get back with that person. And many times people jump from relationship to relationship, and then they call themselves in a entanglement because they thought they was finished with the girlfriend or boyfriend before, but they come to find they don't move on, start talking to someone else, and then the ex may call them or come around, then they start talking. So now you have the now boyfriend or girlfriend and the ex boyfriend or girlfriend, all of y'all up in the mix, and it could cause some confusion, some problems, and some issues. And then more serious than that, it could cause, some people really getting hurt physically or even some type of death. So that's, and I just wanted to give a little bit of the statistics for blended families and divorce rates. So and in the blended family, before someone get married, and that you are bringing other children, even whether they're grown or they're still young children. Many times it is cool and fine when their parents are dating, but once they say they want to become married, oh, it can cause all kinds of problems. It, like I said, when I first started that, it can cause, lack of trust, selfishness. People, they have to adapt to it. Like I said, it was cool being a boyfriend or girlfriend, but when you're making it much more permanently, then you may come into issues, because some of the children, the bonus children, I call them, because stepchildren and all of that don't, my stepchild, it kind of sounds just kind of like, just like, who, the stepchild. That's not what I want. But the bonus child, it's like an added cushion or added love to your family. But many times, children could be feeling some type of way. If you got young children that, okay, this other person is trying to replace my mom or my dad. So, this should be discussed before the person get married. Like I said, in premarital counseling or coaching, this is some of the topics that should come up. You should sit down with your young children, if they're young enough to kind of understand some of the things that you discussed, these type of things. And you may have children that's very, very young. They may not understand even if you do talk with them, and they may still not be able to process it, but that's where you're going to work. You all will work and continue to talk with them about, the marriage, or why this happened, or what's going on. So, continue to do that. And then even you may have teenager children that will not accept the other person, because they like, I'm not going to listen to them. They can't tell me what to do. This is not my mother. This is not my father. So they're going to be rebellion and probably have some resentment. But, hopefully and prayerfully that you all can continue to talk with these teenage children, because they at that age where hormones and everything are going haywire. So you really have to talk to them, because to try to help them understand. Prayerfully, like I said, hopefully they will understand. If you really sit down and talk with them, communication is one of my topics. And so communication, if you just could get that communication set down, buckled down, it may take a lot, but just continue to communicate, be open with your communication with the child, so that they can kind of understand. It may be some times where it may not get through, and you just have to lean back for a little bit. But once things settle down, you need to go back in, and you all need to discuss this and let them get out whatever they have on their mind and heart, in a respectful way, so that you all can kind of try to move past that, and try to move on. So, and then you even have adult children that may not even be living in the home with you, that still have some issues or problems, because even the mother or father could have been alone or not in a relationship or anything for a while, and they're kind of like overprotective of their parents. So they kind of like what you could call it, like, they interview, or they want to know this and this and that. They kind of all up in their parents' business, or trying to find out what the other person, asking them questions that, may feel funny, or don't trust them or anything. That's where the lack of trust come in it. And it could not even have anything to do with the new spouse, but it just could be something, or they know what their parents went through prior to that. So, it's a lot around blended families. Me and my husband, we're in blended family. He had a daughter, before we got married. I have a son. and we're blended families, but they are grown. But you know, it was some things that we had to work through. My son was still living at home with me when I got married. But prior, as I spoke earlier in the video, prior to that, my son and my husband was cool. They was fine. See, he was good as long as we was just dating. But as soon as we, you know, tied the knot, and I talked about it to my son, but I didn't go into deep details. So therefore, that's why I am talking about this now, that it is very important to do that. Even though my son was like 23, but you know, I tried to still talk to him a little bit, but like I said, I didn't go into deep details and let him express himself or tell me what his thoughts was or his feelings about it, you know, because at the time I still, you know, felt like he's grown. He's about to be getting out sooner or later, so it's time for me to basically live. I have done what I need to do to try to raise him. The only step is to get him out on his own. But which shortly after that, he did get out on his own. But before that, it was rough. We had some time. It was some trying times between him, my husband. You know, it was really, and I was torn. I was in between, you know, but you know, that's like a whole nother story. But like I said, that taught me something in that process, that you have to try to talk about and communicate about it much as possible, even though it's not going to prevent, you know, not having any issues. But you know, just some tools and some things that you can do to try to cushion it some, that you know, to talk to your child about it, you know, just prepare them for what is to happen and what to come in the future. Even like I said, for the little bit of children, you know, just let them know that, hey, he or she is not replacing mom or dad, but this is a bonus. This is a bonus, you know, parent, that you know, you could get more things, or you got an extra person, so you know, you can kind of, you know, soup it up or get, you know, better. But and it also could be frustrating on the one that the spouse that's coming in, if one or, you know, both do have children from previous relationship or marriages. So it's going to take the husband and wife being on basically the same page of with whenever it comes to the children, trying to discipline the children or talk to the children, or you know, the spouse is not letting, you know, one child or other or the children disrespect their spouse. So the parents have to be on the same page as well. So you know, I'm not going to go into a lot more about it. I just discussed it more, but we want to prevent those statistics and those divorce rates from going higher and higher. Like I said, the first marriage or blended families are already like at 50%. And this, if whoever go into second marriages, it's even higher. The odds are more against them. It's 67% divorce rate. And then if you go into a third marriage, it is even higher, a 73% rate of divorce. So, you know, so there's just a few things that you can talk about, discussing. Like I said, communication, open communication, and you have to comprehend that communication, so that you all could be on the basically the same page when it comes to the blended family, talking and discussing these things. So you know, I just wanted to talk about this. I already did a video on this. It's on my Facebook page. As I said again, my Facebook page is Stages of Purple Inspiration. My YouTube channel is Kim Marilyn. Check me out. And I am on Instagram at Stages of Purple Inspiration. So please share, like my page, follow me. I do some discussions and topics. I try to come on weekly. I usually was doing in my series on the 8 important topics to discuss in premarital counseling coaching. I was doing Thursday, which was called Informational Thursdays. I will come on at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time and just give those 8 tools and briefly discuss them. So I'm out of that series, but like I said, please go back and watch my video. And also now it's into a little bit more topics and other discussion and some questions and things that some people ask me when I'm doing coaching with others, that I would, do or speak about. So with that being said, I'm not going to hold up too much more of your time, but also you can email me at stagesofpurple@gmail.com with any questions or comments. Also visit my website. It is stagesofpurpleinspirations.com. So I thank you for watching my video, taking the time out to watch it. Please share. Like I said, you can reach me on those social media platform, and I should have it in the description box, so you can reach out to me. So with that, everyone, be safe, enjoy yourself, and like I said, during this time, hopefully, we will be coming out of this. Excuse me. But most of all, sweethearts, please be safe, and I will see you next time.